The railway budget presented in Parliament today, Mr. Suresh Prabhu's second railway budget since he took over as railway minister, is a well-intentioned document, and I don't think anybody, even his worst critics, will disagree that it is a well-intentioned document, and one cannot doubt the sincerity of the minister. My only quarrel really with it is the fact that it is not backed by any concrete measures. How is the minister going to achieve all these ambitious goals? There's not much clarity on that. And if you look at the finances, the operating ratio of the railways, which is a key indicator of the railways' capacity to do what it says in terms especially of capital expenditure, that is going to worsen. In fact, this year the operating ratio, which is a measure of how much the railways' revenue is eaten up by its operating expenses, that was expected to be 88.5. That has moved up to 90. And next year is expected to go up to 92%. That means it's going to worsen. So the railway finances are only going to worsen over the years, and at the same time the minister has these very ambitious plans of increasing the capital outlay from 1 lakh crores in this fiscal to 1.21 lakh crores next fiscal. So how is all this to be achieved? So the whole thing does not really hang together very well, and that really perhaps is the biggest lacuna in the railway budget announced today. Well, yes, I do think the railway minister has missed an opportunity, particularly because this was a time, and given the kind of background from which he comes, he is both a politician as well as a chartered accountant. That means he understands the finances, and ultimately no entity, whether it is the railways or any other entity, can function really, cannot be sustainable unless its finances are in order. So this was an opportunity for Mr. Prabhu to rationalize the freight and passenger tariffs. Over the years, successive railway ministers have kept increasing the freight tariffs while they have not done any kind of adjustment to the passenger traffic, as a result of which passenger traffic, particularly at the lower and the unreserved classes, are hugely subsidized. Indian rail fares are way below what they are in other countries. So this was an opportunity for the minister to gradually remove this imbalance by raising passenger fares, however slowly. He could have perhaps introduced a graduated, phased manner of increasing these fares, and that would have restored the railways' finances to better health. So this, I think, was an opportunity that he missed. We've been talking for a long time about a railway regulator, and there again he has not really spoken anything about it. He just says the tariffs will be reviewed. So this, I think, really was a missed opportunity to set right the imbalance between passenger and freight rates. The railway minister has spoken at considerable length about the need to monetize the railways assets, and yes, this is an opportunity because the railways does own a huge amount of land. It also has, courtesy IRCTC, access to a huge amount of data, and both these could be monetized. Having said that, it is a fact that successive railway ministers have also spoken about monetizing railway assets, and they haven't been very successful. So it remains to be seen what is it that makes Mr. Prabhu more confident about monetizing these assets, number one. Number two, ultimately one must understand that railways are about traffic. So unless the railways are able to generate more revenues from their traffic, whether it be freight or passenger, then looking to monetize assets can only be a very poor substitute. Ultimately, the railways must generate revenue from its core business, which is moving either passengers or freight. And I think that is something that the railway minister does not seem to have taken sufficiently seriously.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.